You know who I'm jealous of?
Who?
Like content creators that have like that perfect sunlight. Like I saw this girl make some type of drink
Mm-hmm.
on TikTok and her lighting was perfection. I'm like, I know y'all don't have beautiful bay windows and the sunlight is just like I just have a hard time believing that.
It could be that, but more than likely they are probably using a daylight balance light bulb to make sure. Why are you making that face?
Like they actually have a light bulb that makes it look like the sun is
Yeah,
like
they make a light bulb like this light that I'm using here. Depending on where the Kelvin is set at, it can mimic daylight to make it look like I'm recording in the day. But I like a little bit of a warmer light, so yeah. But yeah, it can,
yeah.
yeah. So there's like lighting and stuff to make it seem like, and it's all about angles and how you're facing and putting the light, you know. Yes,
Craziness.
yeah.
I'm really
So
jealous of those
you
people.
could you could do that. You could do that if you wanted to. It's not hard.
Yeah, but we record at night.
Okay.
Savannah, slow down. I don't know.
I'm not really like what that got to do with you having it look like daylight. What are you saying to me? Think about how I mean there are probably other podcasts that record at night that also have daylight balance set lighting in their studios or whatever.
I'm gonna send you the video that I'm talking about because I was
Yeah.
like, and I
Yeah.
notice it's mostly for content creators that make like cocktails.
Oh yeah, they're not using natural sunlight. They might be using it
I'm
as
dead
as a filler light, but if you we're getting so technical and
because I'm gagged right now because
I feel
like
like the people who are listening were like, this fucking nerd. Anyway, but I have to get this out now since we're here. So, like, you, sunlight is not a reliable source, right? So, if you create content, like, let's say I'm a book creator, but I don't have lights, I have to use the sun. And if I want my shot to look the same if I want the lighting to look the same in every shot, I might not be able to because you think about sometimes the clouds come by and then it covers the
this is
sun
true.
and that changes the light. So to combat that, a lot of people get lights to mimic daylight. And I think what's a daylight? I can't think of it. I think I want to say it's like 5300 Kelvin. It's so nerdy in here. My bad. It's so
You keep
nerdy.
saying the word light and it's making me think of a hymnal right now, and I want to just break out in hymn right now. Every
And
time you
maybe
say,
we should. Maybe they will want to hear that because I know they don't want to hear my lighting talk. My
every
lighting.
time you say light, I'm like,
I know.
walk in the lights, beautiful. Like,
Period. Because they
y'all,
didn't
I'm
want to.
a
Yeah.
I'm a church kid. Like,
And there's nothing wrong with there's nothing wrong with that. I assure you, they probably would much
a
rather hear
church
the
kid.
hymn than me nerding out about lights.
No, this is educational because some
It.
people might be other content creators, and it's like, oh, and I know I'm not the only one that had that not concern, but I'm just like,
How are they
every
doing
time I
that?
see that, I'm looking like,
Well, no.
so
Some
you
people just think,
just,
oh my god, the daylight but daylight is not that
yeah, it's I'm
reliable.
like, you just, so all your videos just perfect like that? Like, don't piss me off. Like, no,
As soon as I plug in this light, it will be.
that's crazy. That's crazy. That is crazy.
Technology. You know
Mm,
what? Shout out to what was his name who invented the light bulb? Was his name Thomas Edison?
yes.
Mm.
Hmm.
Are you
Yep.
sure?
Yes.
Happy Black History Month. How you like these lights? Oop, off.
Thomas Edison. Not,
No, wait, no, not Thomas Edison. A black invented the light bulb, not electricity. The light bulb.
hold on. Please hold,
I'm
because
holding the phone.
we about to do this
Please,
right now. Time out.
please hold. There are six callers in front of you.
Who invented?
The light bulb. It's a black.
It's saying Thomas Edison, but
No, Thomas Edison invented electricity, right?
so it's saying Thomas Edison, 1879. Edison is recognized for creating the first functional, long-lasting, incandescent light bulb.
Hmm.
I know a black man invented the stoplight.
Yes, a black man did invent the stoplight.
But that's all. Yeah, I'm
I don't
sorry.
like, you
I
know,
feel that like it's like
I
something is.
feel, I feel like what's gonna happen is
Hmm.
in some near future, they're like, oh my God, Thomas Edison actually stole. He had like a black guy working in his office.
That wouldn't surprise me. Like not even a little bit.
Yeah,
Wouldn't
like
surprise me at all.
he had a black guy working in his office, and so yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway, okay, well, maybe not happy Black History Month to Thomas Edison because he's not black, but
yeah, no.
yeah.
But
You know
thanks for the
what?
electricity though. That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Wait, isn't
That's
that
cool.
what's the other one? Jefferson? No, what's
What
the
he do?
fat boy who had the kite with the electricity? William Penn. Is it William Penn?
We need Simone.
You know what?
My black history, I got you. Some of the
You know
others, I
what?
do know Alexander Bell invented the telephone.
You know what? I don't want to talk about these white men during Black History Month.
You know what? And points are made.
Yeah, and I think with that we can start the show.
Points are made.
Hey guys,
Hey everyone,
what it do, baby?
what's poppin'?
I'm your girl Sierra T,
And I'm your girl Sherelle B.
and this is Hair Wraps and Lipsticks, the podcast.
Where we wrap the culture up in color.
Yes, ma'am. Episode 3 is in the building. We're here.
Period. Look,
Here.
y'all, I got my nails done.
I love this for you. I love this for you so much. I know
Cause I
you were
was not
going
about to have
through
y'all
it.
talk about me. Like,
No one was talking about you, mind
y'all
you.
was.
No, we weren't. No one said a thing. Actually,
Brandon was. We was having a conversation,
Oh
and I
well.
was like, "Look," and he was like, "I was like." He was like, I really can't take you serious right now when you're missing two nails. I was like, cool.
Are we?
Disrespectful. Disrespectful.
The
Disrespectful.
husband doing it is kind of crazy. I
I
can't
mean,
hold
he really, I was like, you did it. He was like, eh. I was like,
you. Okay.
yep.
Anyway, sis, are we gonna make an announcement today?
I think we should wait for next week
Okay.
because I did check something
Mm-hmm.
and it's not there yet. So I want to like, you know what I'm
Got it.
saying?
Got it. Got
You
it.
feel
Okay.
me?
So, okay.
Hmm.
We tentatively we might have some exciting news for
Very.
some of our listeners, and I will be having to take back my words um in certain things if all goes to fruition. So, yes.
Damn. I got your
Yes.
back though. I got your
I
back. Like,
mean, I was a different person when I said this, but
I got your
nonetheless,
back. Yeah.
nonetheless,
Hmm.
yes. So I guess we could just go ahead and jump right in.
Yeah.
Sis, what can't you wrap your head around?
I really can't wrap my head around this whole Ti 50 Cent debacle that's going on right now.
Okay, hold on. I literally just became aware of this an hour ago before we started the show, and I didn't know that also like his son had jumped into the beef. Like, what is going on? What
Girl,
is this about? How did we get here?
I'm not all the way sure.
Okay,
I do remember Ti being on somebody's podcast and saying that he would battle 50 Cent in a versus. Like he was like, I would devour him. And I was like, I actually think that's a fair battle. I actually do. You know what I'm saying?
okay.
Um, and then 50 Cent was like, nah, da 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 da,
Mm-hmm.
classic Curtis.
Sure.
And then everything kind of went to the left, and I'm not really sure how we got here.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, they were going back and forth, and 50 Cent said something about Tiny. He inserted Tiny into the battle,
Right.
Ti's wife.
Right.
And that's when Lil Ti was like, what you're not gonna do is talk about my mama,
Right.
especially when yours is deceased.
Yes.
And it's just been really nasty for the last 48 hours. But what I can't wrap my head around is like, again, y'all are 50.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, pun intended on 50 Cent's part, but
Oh, well, yeah.
he literally is 50 years old. T.I.,
Right.
I think, is also 50 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And can we
Mm-hmm.
stop? Can we stop? Seriously. Like, because now you're getting into dangerous territories here. Like,
Yeah.
you want to beef with each other, that's one thing. But then when you insert people's wives, talk about the dead, all that stuff like that, that's when things happen. And I
It
feel
get
like,
real. Mm-mm.
you
Oh
know what I'm
my
saying?
God.
Like, I feel like
Yes.
hip hop culture has shown you how dangerous it can get when
Mm-hmm.
you go low for low.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I just think y'all too old for that.
I
I really
agree.
do. I think y'all too old for that. And even like home, I totally get it. You're not about to talk about my mama. Like, that's somebody's mom. And I
Yeah.
feel like
Yeah.
Tiny
Right.
always catching some strays.
She's always, yes, she is. Poor thing.
She
Poor
always catching
thing.
some strays, but that's somebody's mama. That's
Right.
somebody's wife.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like why am I in it?
Yeah.
So I can't
Yeah.
wrap my head around it. I think it's childish. And I'm like, I'd rather y'all battle it out in a versus. Like, can we get
Yeah.
somebody on the phone so
Yeah.
we can get this battle with the verses going? Because that's what we want to see.
I don't know. I,
Mm.
I don't know if I would even care for like I don't know Ti or 50 Cent to be like this amazing wordsmith. So I don't even
Oh,
know what a oh
oh.
wow whoa oh
Well, that's fair. Mm. Oh, shit.
um so I don't know if I could
Mm.
I don't know if I would even want that, but yeah, they should duke it out with words instead. I'll talk about niggas mamas. I that is the more yeah.
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 Okay. I, I just want them to stop. Like
And
enough.
that and
Like,
that's real.
I'm really glad that Ti is done with this whole comedy bout. I'm glad he's going back to Tip. He cut the locks off. Like, I'm glad he's done with that.
Oh no, because I was looking a hot ass mess.
And so was the comedy.
I
So
didn't
was
know
the
he was
comedy.
doing comedy.
Oh, girl, he was on tour. He was actually coming here to the Comedy Zone. I get all the Comedy Zone like emails, like their
Yeah.
schedule.
Mhm.
And yeah, and I was like, oh,
Interesting.
yeah, he's been doing it for maybe like 2 years now. And I'm like, who,
Right.
you know, I don't know.
Wow.
So I'm glad he's back in the booth. He got a good song out now. I love it, but
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
But so that's just me. I just think the unks need to stay in uncle territory for
Yes.
real. Cause y'all
Yes.
y'all looking real crazy. But again, Tony Yayo was acting crazy last week, so 50. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Right. Right.
tomato
Now,
tomato.
right. Everybody's on edge now. So yeah.
Yeah, everybody mad. But anyways,
Hmm.
what about you? What gets you up your head around?
Well, you do remember last week we talked about the dating app, right? And
Oh,
how
that's right. We need to update.
we do need an update. And I've got news. I am still deleting the app. I'm still
You
I
about to
listen.
you're really you about to piss me off because
Wait. Let me go through my experience, Sherelle.
go
Damn.
ahead. Yeah.
So I paid this. I paid for seven. I paid 17.99 for the 7 days. When we talked about that, I got my
Correct.
7 days worth. Okay. Um, I have only had 3 hits.
Okay.
None of them I were attracted to,
Oh.
and I didn't like. None of them I were attracted to.
Okay.
My consensus is this. When I lived in North Carolina and I was on Hinge for whatever, I got way more hits. So this is my thought process.
Mm.
I am identifiably a black woman with locks who lives in Orlando, Florida. I live in a predominantly Latino area,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't think people want to date black women here.
Damn.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I
Okay, I see what
mean,
you were saying about me leaning forward.
yeah, right. So that is my thought process on this, and I don't think it'll be that much different on. And also, I want to like preface this by saying like there are no shortage of niggas here.
Oh, I believe that.
There also, however, is a shortage of niggas who date black women here. Because when I tell you they are out with white and Latina women in like high numbers here,
Mm. Mm-hmm.
yes, yes, yes.
Hmm.
So that is my consensus with Hinge. So I will be deleting it tonight.
What about if we, like, what if we go outside of Florida?
I would totally like as a
Like
experiment.
maybe, yeah, like maybe like, no, let me not say outside of Florida, outside of Orlando. What about Tallahassee? I mean, I heard it's a little hood there.
Oh, Tallahassee, like a Jacksonville. Jacksonville is where like I
Yeah,
heard the blacks are at. Okay,
yeah.
I will try that.
You know what I mean?
I will try that. But I think in terms of like where I don't want to say where I'm at. You know where I'm at,
Correct.
right? But also like my house wasn't far from the Airbnb. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So like in that area, like
Mm.
yeah, like that area.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yes. Because in my running errands,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
that makes
yeah,
sense. It actually
yeah.
makes a lot of sense.
And I want to be clear. Like I'm not just like, oh, I don't want only want to date black. My thing was open to everybody. Like who's
Hmm.
available? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And it just wasn't the people who I think were attractive, or I didn't think like I wasn't impressed with what was on their profile, which again I think
I
is
feel
also
that.
so fucking dystopian. But whatever.
Mm.
Um.
Mm.
So okay, so we're gonna try Jacksonville. I'm not paying no more 17.99. So I'm telling you that right now. Though.
I
I
feel that.
will I will change my location.
Okay.
Um. But I'm not hinged and getting no more money.
I get
That's
that.
that's the end of that. No,
Yeah.
I'm lying. I got one hit that I did like, and we were talking, and then I don't think he ever like got back on the app because he never unmatched me or anything like that. He was cool. He seemed cool, like but niggas don't get back on the app. What can I do? So anyway, that is my update. That's what I can't wrap my head around is that because I am identifiably Negro uh with locks.
And listen, that just, in my opinion, I just think that means you are intentional. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
Like, so there has to be somebody that is intentional about you. I did listen to that entire sister.
You did. You want to talk about it real quick?
Sure.
Okay, bet. Let's talk
Listen
about
to
it.
listen in its entirety. Also, my husband watched it in its entirety as
Yes.
well. He watched it first, and then he had some thoughts. I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and like settle down and listen
Yeah,
to
yeah,
this.
yeah.
Um, I think it was a great conversation. I think
Mm-hmm.
it was a great conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I do understand why things got heated between
Mm-hmm.
some of the
Clifton.
gentlemen.
Yes.
I also think in Clifton, I don't want to defend him too much, but I do think that they needed to have somebody else of his age range on that panel.
Ooh, good point.
It was because even I was getting annoyed with him having to, he felt the constant need to explain himself. And
Mm-hmm.
even like Luke James, the only one that really wasn't getting aggravated was the other, and I actually I was looking them all up. I forget the
Yeah.
other young man's name that was sitting next to in between Luke James and Clifton Powell. He wasn't
Yes.
saying too much. But I think all of them brought a different type of energy that was really needed. And the whole
Mm.
time I'm watching this, that one brother that did a stint in prison, he's a hip hop
Yes.
artist.
Mm-hmm.
I like his mind. I
Mm-hmm.
like him. Every
Mm-hmm.
time each time he was speaking, I was like, like
Yeah.
this dude, I like it. I like it a lot. And the whole time I was watching it, I was like, I wonder if women can do the exact same thing. Would we be able to do that? In my opinion, I think the answer is yes, but the
Mm-hmm.
roles will be reversed. I actually think that the older woman would be very accepting of what we had to say. Just in my experience with that demographic, like,
Yeah.
my mom, your mom, my aunts
Mm.
and stuff, they actually want to hear what we have to say. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Versus
Okay. 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 Yeah. 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 Yeah.
versus maybe not us older millennials, but like right below us, they are a little bit more,
Yeah. They're very kind of standoffish to like.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, yeah, I thought the conversation was very, very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I thought Kendrick Sampson did a great job moderating and just kind of
Mm.
keeping the tone where it needed to be as long as
Mm-hmm.
he could. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I was because I remember you sent it to me and I said I was gonna watch it at work, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
glad I didn't. Like, and I
Mm.
just Friday night, I just literally just turned it
Yeah.
on while I was coloring and just
Yeah.
watched and listened, and it was great. It was great.
What did Brandon think about it?
Oh, Brandon has thoughts. Brandon has thoughts, both good and bad. But the one thing that was very that made me feel good as his partner
Mm.
was he said, well, the reason I wanted to listen to the whole thing is because I want to make sure that you're heard. I want to make sure that you feel safe enough to communicate certain things with me. And if
Hey.
not, let's get to the bottom line as to why.
Period.
And he was like, I think he said he wishes that more men could have these type of conversations, because I said there's such beauty
Mm.
in just watching this right now. All
Yo.
walks of life.
Yo.
You know what I mean? Like all
Yeah.
walks of life, all different careers, all types of stuff coming together for the common denominator of one thing, and that's
Mm.
Black women.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he said, it's something that, even, he's in a fraternity. It's something that I think can keep going,
For sure.
but I do think you just got to have the right
Group
people.
of people.
You
Absolutely.
have to have the right people. So
Yeah. I
I
think
thought
it's
it
a
was
great.
great.
Yeah, I think it's a great place to start for a lot of people, even if you are just listening and you don't have someone to talk to about it. I think it's nice to get all of those different
Hmm.
perspectives. And like I said, there's a trans person on there, like there's a
Yeah.
gay man on there, like and it's like all different ages and whatnot. So
Hmm.
yeah,
Hmm.
they did a big one with that. Like
They did.
they
They
did it.
did.
I wonder. I mean, the producer has been commenting under people's videos on TikTok about like people giving their thoughts or whatever. And I think she had actually did say she was gonna like thinking of a female or a woman version, black woman version of this somehow.
Yeah.
And whatever that topic looks like, but I'm locked in. I would like to see that as well. So
Yeah, if this is a series that they're gonna do, even if they do it again with a different group of Black men, like I'm tuned in. And
yeah,
I kind of wish that everybody watched it, because I'm glad that that clip of Clifton and that other young man didn't go as viral as it could have been.
okay,
Um,
yeah,
um, but on the flip side, I kind of wish it did, but only if everybody watched the entire hour and 40 minutes. Like, you
yeah.
can't form an opinion. Like, that's what was like. I could form an opinion of seeing Clifton Powell yell, but then when I watched it, I was like, oh, he feels the need. Girl, we could talk
Yeah,
offline about
and
that.
that's what I
Because yeah.
was saying last week. Like people were making opinions about Clifton Powell off of seeing just that one clip, and even the
Yep.
person who popped up was making like this generalization about him, and I was like, I need context.
Yeah. You gotta watch the whole thing
You gotta watch the whole thing.
for
So,
sure.
yeah.
Hmm.
All right, let's get into it. We've got a list for y'all. Um, we got a list for y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not too
sis.
bad.
No, it's not bad. No,
It's not too bad. I
it's
don't
not
think so.
horrible. Sis, you want to take it away?
So actually, I was gonna ask you to take it away, because this TSA pre-check, because
Oh,
I don't have that.
me neither. I'm poor just like everybody else.
Yeah, I was kind of
Yes.
like, everybody was like, oh, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I go
Well,
to
also
security
though,
with
and then
everybody else.
while I'm searching, like also like I've been hearing like TSA pre-check, like the lines be longer than like regular like Is it worth it if all you niggas is it? Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Like, why can't I just
Mm-hmm.
stand and allow everybody else? And
Right.
I've never stood on a security line that long where it's, you know what I'm
Ooh,
saying?
I have.
Like, what's the longest you've ever stood in a line?
Well, when you fly out of Orlando, you just take a gamble anyway.
Mm.
But I think the longest I've have been is maybe 2.5 hours. Oh,
Oh,
one time I came when I was visiting before I lived here. One time I was coming to visit my mom, and I was actually leaving, and you know how they have you've been in the Orlando airport, right?
yes. Mm-hmm.
So like, you know where the area where you go into line. The
Mm-hmm.
line was
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
all the way through all the ropes and down the hall.
Oh, hell no. Mm-mm.
And yes, like down the
Mm-mm.
hall. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. So I have been in long lines for sure.
Too
Um
much.
okay, sorry y'all. I'm pulling it up now. So, this was 2 days ago. Now, news has changed since then, but I feel like this is important anyway.
Mm-hmm.
TSA, this is from Yahoo Finance. TSA pre-check and global entry during the shutdown and what travelers should expect. So, the ongoing partial government shutdown may lead to travel disruptions, but TSA pre-check can still help you avoid slow security lines, at least for now. The shutdown affects funding for the Department of Homeland Security and TSA. So TSA pre-check was operating, it seems like, but global entry was suspended.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
It says though
Oh.
the DHS words are hard. I'm sorry, like what? Though the DHS is continuing to operate TSA pre-check lanes, it suspended all global entry processing at participating airports starting this week. This
Mm.
means international travelers should expect delays when returning to the U.S. throughout the government shutdown. If you typically use global entry when traveling abroad and having an upcoming trip, prepare to spend more time in regular processing lines at customs upon re-entry. And if you've ever like come through customs on a regular day without global entry, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. Oh my God, when we got back from Mexico?
Yeah. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Oh my
I
God.
just want to put Mexico in the back, like way back there.
Oh my God,
Maybe
did
it's too
you this
much.
is so sidebar because I forgot to put it on the list, but like also
Mm-hmm.
like the cartel has been bombing
Bruh.
Puerto Vallarta. You heard?
Literally pulling people out of cars, bombing cars. Like, I
In,
literally was watching the news and they said
mm-hmm.
there was a American Airlines flight that was landing in Colombia that was shot at. They did
Mm-hmm.
not know that it was shot at until it landed in Miami, until it got back to Miami.
What? How did they not
Yeah,
know? What do you mean they didn't know?
I don't know, because it was literally like a landing, like it wasn't,
Yeah.
So thank God. I mean, nothing. The plane was
That's so
fine,
scary.
but
Are you kidding me?
and then with that violence in Mexico, like the actual cartel's leader was one of the people that was killed. So,
Right. So I heard that's why all this has been happening because of that.
ciao.
And people have been like, so should I cancel my trip?
Yeah. You know what? Go, go, go with your nosy ass. Cause I get tired of that shit.
Like, what
You,
do you
you,
mean? Should I?
you, you watching the news, you watching head wraps and lipsticks, you watching social media, and you're like, I don't know. And
Like,
those be the same people that get down there, and the ones that be like, nice watch. Then you want to get back on ABC News and be like, it was terrifying.
I couldn't believe it. Oh, yeah, like
Like,
shocked, flabbergasted. Like, are you kidding me?
go
Okay,
on about
so
yours.
now since then, the DHS has reversed course on Sunday and has lifted the suspension on TSA
Mm,
pre-check.
mm,
It says the TSA pre-check screenings are set to take effect. Oh no, the DHS has had announced a suspension of TSA pre-check screenings set to take effect at 6 a.m. on Sunday.
mm.
But however, it was met with concern from the traveling public and airline industry groups. So they will not be now at this point shutting down TSA pre-check. So
Uh,
yeah. But again, I still don't find it worth it at this point because
Yeah, no, seriously. Yeah.
again, it'd be a million and one niggas.
You know what? And like
Right.
people that really just be, it always is amazing to me when people know that it's like a busy travel time of the year or just at any given time
Mm-hmm.
that you're going to experience backup and then like, oh, well, I'm going to get to the airport. My flight's at 4, and I'm going to get there around 3. No,
Mm-mm.
like
No.
people that be doing that really grind my gears. Like
No.
seriously.
I
I
I mm-mm. I damn near
no.
sometimes be like, maybe I should get there 3 hours early
Right.
because, and I think also at this point you kind of need to now because of like government,
Hmm.
like all the number of people they've fired and whatnot. Like I'm not fucking around.
You
As
don't
much as these
know.
flights cost,
Literally.
are you kidding me?
Child.
So yeah, all that just to keep your shoes on, I guess, girl. If you
I
show up with
mean,
some, show up with some Crocs, put on them some throwaway socks you don't really care about, and be done with it.
I
That's
mean,
how. If
seriously.
it's that serious, you know what I'm saying? Like
And
it be that.
also, I thought that they like you don't have to take off your shoes nowadays. Like I thought that was like that was something that came out last year or something like that.
It depends on which security the thing. So like they got the newer machines coming out, but some like if you go to certain parts of like the airport, they may not have the newer machines, so you might still have to take your shoes off in that area. So like Terminal A might have all the new stuff, but you find out a Terminal D.
I don't trust it. I just feel like why is America so hard-headed? Like how many times does tragedy have to strike us because of the lack of security? And they hear, oh, you know what? No, no. Take your goddamn shoes off. Like, what are you doing? I need to.
Oh, so
You
you
don't know
want to take
what.
your shoes off?
I have absolutely no problem with it whatsoever. Like, and I'm one of those people. If I'm traveling in the summertime and I have on sandals,
Mm-hmm.
I literally have a pair of socks in my carry-on so that when I
Yeah.
go through security, I can put them on so I'm not touching the nasty floor. Because
First of
I
all,
don't
hold
want
on,
any issues.
hold on, hold on. You going to the airport in sandals?
Well, if it's summertime, if I'm traveling, wait, what's going on? Is
To me, having your toes out in the airport is just as bad as having your walking around in a gym locker room with no shoes on. It's the same to me. It's
but
the
you have.
same to me. It's the same to me. It's
um
mm-mm. I'm putting some sneakers on so real bad. Cause also like airports are big as shit nowadays. They're huge. And
right.
you walk around with these flat, cute ass sandals, cute,
Yeah.
feet flat as a mug.
I mean, like I
And
don't
you
walk
gotta go
around
to
with.
gate and you gotta go to gate 72.
I mean, it's fine. Like like I don't
Is
have
it?
flip flops on. I don't do flip flops. Like they got a buckle around. You know what I'm saying? Like I got some
Yeah.
support. But like I feel attacked. I feel judged.
The,
I mean, if
t-
it's summertime, so like why am I wearing sneakers?
I'll tell you this. This is the equivalent. You remember when we saw that guy at the airport who was doing VR at the gate?
Yes.
This is on the same level to me. Like they're
No,
on. Y'all, we went. I forgot where we was going, but we were at the
my
gate, right?
bachelorette.
We were yes, we were headed to Tennessee. We were headed to Tennessee. We're sitting at the gate, mind you, minding our business. Dude got on the whole joint, the whole like meta glasses VR thing, and playing in the airport. I mean, we could hear the whole game and everything.
It
It was
was really
crazy.
cringe.
It
Like
was
it was.
yes, but it's neck and neck. Like having your toes out the airport is the same as that, as far as I'm concerned. Like
Wow.
that's all I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I won't say nothing else. Like my lips are sealed. I just think having your toes out at the airport is crazy.
Oh,
Anyway,
whatever.
TSA pre-check is no longer suspended. So
Because I just don't understand. Um, but what else I don't understand
hmm
is this government cover up is crazy, y'all. Like
okay,
it's getting out of hand. Everybody's sitting here talking about I don't even know what they talk, but they need to be paying attention to this. So a
Mm-hmm.
Trump appointed judge, her name is Judge Elaine Cannon, literally is blocking the release of special counsel Jack Smith's testimony like ever. It's not even being reviewed.
Mm-hmm.
It's not under consideration. It's just like, yeah, we're not releasing that. And she said because it would be damaging to Trump and his co-defendants. So what does that mean? So okay, here we go. This is what she wrote. The release of the report would cause irreparable damage to former defendants in the case, which, in addition to Trump, includes former co-defendants Walt Nauta and Carlos de Oliveira.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Okay. So if you don't know who Jack Smith is a special counsel that literally was coming after Trump the whole time that he was out of the White House. He was working with Letitia James. He was getting all those indictments and investigating Trump and a bunch of other people the whole time. Then he was fired, remember, because he wouldn't bow
Mm-hmm.
down for him. And Jack Smith was like, I'm going to testify and I'm going to tell the truth. And he did just that. So now all these testimonies and all these documents are now being tossed aside by this Trump appointed judge.
Mm-hmm.
She actually repeatedly bashed Smith for not stopping his work after her order found he was wrongly appointed, a decision that reversed 50 years of precedent regarding special counsel regulation. This is,
Oh.
yeah. Um,
Oh.
So Smith's report on January 6th, that's the
Mm-hmm.
report that's supposed to be put out, was
Mm-hmm.
released as special counsel closed out his work, but the Mar-a-Lago report was withheld given the pending charges against Nauta and De Oliveira. The special counsel brought a number of charges against Trump after he was found to have retained roughly 300 documents with classified markings and concealed them from law enforcement. After Trump won the election, Smith moved to drop the charges against him, but otherwise continued to pursue the case against the other co-defendants, a matter
Mm-hmm.
swiftly dropped after Trump took office. She actually blocked this judge blocked any intervention of American Oversight and the Knight First Amendment Institute, which has appealed her ruling in an effort to reignite their battle to secure the release of Smith's report. Right.
It sure must be nice to have people in the offices to block
Right?
stuff. Like, yeah. The point is, like, yeah, it'll be damaging to Trump. Yeah, that's the point. That's the point.
Listen, this is the stuff that I feel like we need to be paying attention to.
This is I don't know if this is the right word. That gotta be like treasonous, right? Like it is when you take an oath into like public office, you are swearing to protect the people.
But this is a different administration, and these are different judges now. Like the court, in my opinion, across the board is just depending on where you at, is just
Yeah.
it's just lost. It's just lost, and that goes to the Supreme Court. I mean, even though we're celebrating some of them for what we're going to
Mm-hmm.
talk about next,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't shock me. It does not shock me that things like this are going to continue happening. And it goes back to Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Like, this is what happens when your
Yeah.
ass don't retire when you're supposed to.
Please don't. You know how I feel about that
I
lady.
know that's very triggering. I
Because the
know.
girls love her. Oh, she's so brave. She wasn't that goddamn brave. She would. All
Yeah,
right. I'm sorry. I'm
it's
sorry.
cool. It's cool. It's
I'm
cool. I'm
sorry.
on your side because that left the door open for him to Trump put two
Too many niggas. 3.
Brett Kavanaugh, Amy Comey
Co-
Barrett.
And then um
I forget who the other. I forget who the other one is.
I forget who it is. Too many.
Yeah, that's too many
Too
exactly.
many. Too many.
So I mean, but I just think that these reports, these type of situations, are going to keep happening over the next 2 years, because it seems like we have a long way to go, but we don't. We have whatever.
This is treason. I want them
But
all to jail. Yes, they deserve
yeah,
to die, and I hope they burn in hell. Maybe
because
Samuel L. Jackson was on to something when he said that in that movie.
damn, yeah, because it's this what is in them files that's so bad that a judge is like, oh yeah, no. Like it's one thing
Pedophilia.
to say like we're under, like we're gonna review it, woo woo woo. you're just yeah, like it never happened, and you literally just threw it in a fire. Done. Like like he never testified. Don't even worry about it.
This is so crazy,
Exactly.
bro. This is so crazy.
Exactly.
This is so crazy.
Yeah. But speaking of courts, the Supreme Court did do one
Okay.
thing right. They did rule that Trump's tariffs are unlawful. That is a big deal. We've all
Okay.
been feeling the demise of his tariff war, but I just want to read a few things and let's just kind of talk about how it is going to affect everybody in this
Okay.
economy moving forward. Because I think a lot of people feel that the Supreme Court's ruling is just going to eliminate all the tariffs. Like, oh, we're just going to go back to the way things were. No,
Mm-mm.
that's not how it works.
Them
So
countries not fucking with us right now.
they're really not. This is what happens when you go, like, you can issue tariffs, but when you go through a tariff war and a
Yeah.
tariff battle off of no precedence, it's just
Mm-hmm.
like,
Yeah.
I want you to do this. No, we're not going to do that. Oh,
Right.
citation. Like,
Right.
so
Right.
you can see
Right.
that lady on TikTok, citation.
Yes.
Um, so yeah, here we go. Um, Okay, so the decision was a 6-3. So
Right.
not all the
But
Supreme Court.
but enough.
Yeah, but they
Mm-hmm.
literally said it was unlawful. Hold on, I had one report, but I'm gonna go back to it. So
Okay.
this is from the Associated Press. The Supreme Court's stunning rebuke of Trump's most sweeping tariffs means he can't conjure up new import taxes on a whim anymore. So unfortunately, that means the tariffs that we do have, they're still in place.
Yes.
But if some random company in Europe he decides that he can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna issue a
Yeah.
20% tax. He can't do that anymore. But the justice's ruling on Friday is nonetheless unlikely to ease the uncertainty over Trump's trade policy that has paralyzed businesses over the past years. If
Mm-hmm.
you do not know, the ruling came down on February 20th, and on February 23rd, FedEx has already issued a lawsuit for them to be refunded.
I know that's right.
They run it, and it's only a matter of time. And it's not just this is not the first time that major corporations issued lawsuits
Mm-hmm.
um have issued lawsuits against
Mm-hmm.
these tariffs. Costco, Revlon, there's a motorcycle manufacturer, an eyeglass manufacturer, and
Mm.
there was a certain act that was in place,
Yeah.
and then it was rescinded. Yeah,
Mm.
it's been a lot. It's
I
just been
hope
a lot.
DJI. I hope DJI sues them too. DJI makes the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, which is like one of the biggest selling content creator cameras of all time. The
Oh.
tariffs affect them directly because they also make some of the best drones. Okay, and yes,
Oh, I didn't know that.
yes. So you can't buy any, like they just released a new, like a few, like a line of new drones, and you
Hmm.
cannot buy them here in America because of. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah,
Are
you
you
can't buy.
serious?
I'm dead ass.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. So all kinds of companies are being affected by this. So I hope they all go and sue them. Sue their pants off.
Seriously. So
Seriously.
this was his response. You would think a right-minded person would have been like, okay, my bad. It won't do it again. Bad Trump. Woo, woo, woo. No, this guy called the justices that did rule against him
Mm-hmm.
fools. He did call them that. And then he went even further. He said he would use other legal authority to impose 10% levies on imports from other countries. Saturday, he said that it was ratcheting up to 15%, but that U.S. Customs and Border Protection, which is the ones that actually accepted
Yes.
tariffs, started collecting at 12:01 a.m. Tuesdays, they were just at 10%.
Wow. I'm so sick of this nigga.
It it really is like like what?
Cause it's like it feels like he's trying all of these things to make this America as great as he allegedly says it is, and we're supposed to be like this amazing first world country, and we got all this money, and we got all these great imports. No, nigga, we don't got it
No,
like that.
no,
China gonna always be that girl,
always.
and
And it's okay. Like it's okay.
oh,
It's okay.
it's okay.
That's my thing. Like, you can take an L, and that's the problem that we're living in today.
Yeah.
We have a government that is not telling the president, like, you know what,
Mm-hmm.
it's cool, it's not that big a deal. Let's focus on something else because there's too many other things to focus on right now.
Right.
Like I felt like
Right.
you wasn't even thinking about the terrorists, and the Supreme Court did the ruling, and
Mm-hmm.
now you're like, "Ugh," you
Right.
know,
Right. Like America isn't this global uh economical phenomenon.
right?
We don't have any, if you think, we don't have like any exports. We ain't got no rice. I mean, we got potatoes in Idaho, but
We got
shit,
car parts,
we got car parts. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We got a couple of bananas, I think, somewhere.
lemons, oranges,
Lemons,
maybe.
oranges. You know what I'm saying? But like, no one is creating, like, outside of like maybe like things that aren't physical, but like all technical shit. That's none of that. None of that is being made here.
None of it, and never
The
will.
the last time we had something made here was in Detroit when they was making the cars. They don't even make the cars up there no more. We don't make anything tangible in the United States, and that's the problem because y'all outsource your job. Ooh, child, y'all outsource jobs to other countries because y'all was able to pay them for cheaper labor,
Right.
and thus here we are having to outsource. Oh, our cars and shit now. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And meanwhile, China has cars that are so advanced. I be seeing it on TikTok. They got technology that's so advanced, but it's elite. You can't have they've blocked it from being over here. They're on another level. We're behind. We're really in a third world country. It's ghetto here.
Literally, ghetto as hell.
We are behind.
Way
America's
behind.
way behind.
Right.
Y'all
Because
keep
y'all want to be
stop
racist.
coming over here. It's nothing over here but racism. You want to be called a
Yeah.
nigga?
Right. If that's what you want, then
Come on. The,
come
the
on
water's
down.
the water's fine.
Yeah,
Like,
it's cool.
don't come here.
But yeah, outside of that, no.
No.
So
Yeah.
that's what's been going on. Pretty sure Trump will be talking about that during his State of the Union address, which
Jesus
by the
Christ.
time this episode launches, he'll be done talking. But
Right. Right. Right.
anyways,
Right.
um, last but certainly not least on this list, Idaho. Okay,
You have to explain
yeah,
because this is the first time I'm hearing of this.
girl.
I have not heard of this.
There's a small town in Iowa called Post Falls who voted that they will no longer recognize Juneteenth, but actually want to recognize Columbus Day instead. And this is the reason why. Listen to
Oh,
what the mayor had to say.
Luca,
Aye.
Malloy,
Nay, again, not against Columbus Day. Just would like to see them both recognized.
Stigleader,
Aye.
Mosby,
Aye.
Ziegler,
Nay.
Motion passes. Thank you.
A federal holiday meant to celebrate the end of slavery across America will no longer be recognized here in Post Falls, Idaho.
My own view is that Juneteenth is something that nobody had heard of until 5 years ago and was pushed for political purposes. And so I'm not in favor of having that in.
Mayor Randy Westland called for the change and for the reinstatement of Columbus Day throughout the city.
Which I believe is a more appropriate holiday honoring our American heritage.
However, this viewpoint was not shared unanimously. Council members Joe Malloy and Nathan Ziegler said while they understand wanting to celebrate Columbus Day, they also believe Juneteenth is just as important because it was a pivotal moment with ending slavery across the country.
So I don't know if you would consider doing an every other year type of thing, but I think both are very relevant to our history.
Just because we didn't know about or was more or was made less relevant doesn't make it relevant to today.
Both Malloy and Ziegler pushed
That's
for
Sherelle,
Right.
I want a gun. What are we talking about?
Right.
What?
Right. Right.
What do you mean? What do you?
Mm-hmm.
I have big, strong feelings about Juneteenth.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I'm talking about before it was a holiday because
Yeah, I
You know,
remember.
you know.
I do.
So like when I had my head wrap line, I had a head wrap that was $18.65
You did.
to represent June 19th, 1865, and it had the colors red, black, and green on it to represent Juneteenth. I feel very, very passionate about this holiday. Even before it became a federal holiday, sis, I would get into arguments with older black people who said it wasn't a real holiday. Okay? And so, as someone who feels in Philadelphia, there's this festival that we have every Juneteenth. And it's been a big part of my upbringing. And that's why I feel so passionate about Juneteenth, like as a holiday, right? Because I'm like,
Absolutely.
oh, like this is our culture. And so for this white man to get up here in the middle of bumfuck Idaho and say, oh, Juneteenth isn't a real holiday. It was just made up 5 years ago off of some political shit. First of all, you shut your fucking mouth. You don't know nothing about no black people. Fuck you. Second of all, Columbus Day.
Right.
Shout out to the indigenous. Where y'all at? Make some noise. Like,
Literally.
how, which by the way, it is still to this day being called Columbus Day by those who refuse to recognize it as Indigenous Peoples Day. So first of all, you would rather go back and highlight a person who was a catalyst for the rape, pillaging, and destruction of the indigenous community here on this land.
Right.
This land that don't belong to none of us.
None of us.
It don't belong to my people. It don't belong to them people in that clip. Like, that's not even our land. And so you would rather go back and bring that holiday and make that an official holiday in this Post Falls, Idaho. And rather than celebrate something that is real, that is significant, that is important to American history.
Right.
My issue is that people don't look at, I love Black History Month, but I feel like it others it, and like, cause like I shouldn't, do you know what I'm saying?
I do. That's why I was, go ahead, cook.
Like, I feel like it others us, and people think, oh, that's not American history. That's Black history. No, fuck that. This is American history. I'm an American. Okay. I don't have I don't know my direct lineage to my ancestors in Africa. I'm a Black American. When you know, if a white person asks me where you really from, Philadelphia, nigga, 15th and Dickinson to be exact. That's where the fuck I'm from. I'm an American. This is my land. I'm sorry.
No, you are absolutely correct. I was having a conversation with my parents because at church we always have, Heritage Sunday, and everybody dresses up in their African attire and everything like that, and I don't. And my parents were like, "Well, why are you not going to do it?" And I said, "Because I feel it's performative. I feel like if I knew exactly where I came from in regards to Africa, then absolutely. But as of right now, I am a Black American from Long Island, New York, Centennial Ave. Like, so I don't want to put on African garments that represent so much and something so deep for just one Sunday out of the year. Just to say, I'm representing my heritage. I represent my heritage every day just as a Black woman. Period. I don't need to put on African garments to do that until I take the time to trace my lineage back to the motherland. Yeah. I need the exact coordinates. And maybe one day I will. So I understand. I understand that. I understand where you're coming from. I do.
Like, my frustration with like this happens when Black American history is only taught once a year. Right. And it's not put in history books. And something I think about, like, my nephew, and I'm like, having to like explain these things. I'm like, damn, is he gonna think I'm lying out of my ass? Because it's not in the textbook.
Especially with the education now. Okay, got it.
And I'm
I
in
got
Florida, so with the education in Florida, you know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
get
is
it.
he gonna think I'm like, oh, Auntie Cece, she, you know, she very pro-black, so she might say anything like, no, like,
Nah, I don't think he would believe that at all because he trusts you. He trusts you,
I,
and he's a smart kid, and
but
he
I'm
got a
also like,
grandmama.
he do, but I'm
He
also
ain't
thinking
playing
about
that.
like other black kids
Yeah,
who
yeah, it's
don't
hard.
have like an auntie or uncle who gonna tell them like,
Tell them the truth.
and that happens, and that kind of happens, and this is how we get the older black adults who didn't believe that Juneteenth was real.
And that's weird.
It's a
It's like
circle.
what else needs to? What else? What? I'm not gonna say it's weird because I just thought about something that Clifton Powell was saying about
Mm-hmm.
being taught.
Mm.
And but on the flip side, just because it wasn't taught to you does not make it real. Doesn't mean that it's fake.
It's not. Yeah. Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? Like
Right.
it's almost like how we believe in Santa Claus and all those things.
The
Like,
tooth
that's an
fairy.
imagination. That's an
Yes.
imagination. I've never seen Santa Claus physically
Mm-hmm.
come down my chimney.
Chimney.
But in
Yeah.
my mind as a child, Santa Claus is real. He's
Mm-hmm.
real. So just
Mm-hmm.
because you didn't learn about it from your social studies class, your teacher
Right.
does not mean that Juneteenth did not happen. That does
Mm-hmm.
not mean that there were not real people in Galveston, Texas that were still
Mm-hmm.
working when everybody else was free.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
fuck
Yeah.
this guy.
I'm
And you know what?
I'm frustrated by that, bro. That shit just blew me, sis. I had no idea that. I mean, I'm not shocked.
No, I'm not shocked because I don't know the black demographic in Post Falls, Idaho.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Right.
know, but but even the fact that there were two
Mm.
people up there that was like, why can't we celebrate both? I'm not
Right.
understanding. What's the problem?
Right.
And
Right.
then other people that were like, well, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, I salute y'all. You know what I'm saying? But the mayor, it's only a matter of time before next it'll be like, well, why are we even recognizing Black History Month? Why do we
Yeah.
need to recognize Martin Luther King Day? Why do
Yeah.
we need to recognize anything?
Yeah.
Because you don't understand it.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah. No. Fuck that whole Post Falls, Idaho. I hope you have a horrible year. There. I said it. The whole town. Even if you ain't got nothing to do with this, I'm so sorry. You are guilty by
You just caught
proxy.
the stray. You just caught the stray.
Called the stray.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Speaking of catching a stray,
Girl,
this has been a hot. We're transitioning. I think that's it for politics.
that's it for politics, because nigga.
Right. Well,
I mean,
since you
damn.
said it. Right. Right. It's not funny. It's not funny. It's not funny. No,
It just
no
came
funny
out.
here.
It just came out.
Like, no, it's not funny here. So, the BAFTAs, which stands for like the British as fuck television award. I don't know what it stands for. Okay.
Wait, is that really what it stands for?
No, it's not. I think it's.
Because I'm like, wait a minute. Time out. What? Hold on, I'm about to look it up. BAFTAs. Because you said it so like, and I'm like, is that really what it stands for? Because that's crazy. It stands for. It stands for British Academy Film Awards. But what's the T for?
No, it can't.
British Academy. Yeah, this is the Wikipedia page. Yeah, that's what it means.
That can't be. That T stands for television.
So it's really okay. So British Academy of Film and Television Arts.
Award. Yeah. Yeah. So at the beginning of I'm gonna show the clip here for y'all.
Bruh.
Right, but at the beginning of the show, Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo were presenting an award, and there is a guy in the audience who is there under the guise of like a film that was made about him is being awarded that night as well, or they're up for some awards or whatever, and he has Tourette's syndrome. And he yelled some expletive. He yelled a specific expletive. And we are going to play it now. Hold, please.
Delroy and I are delighted to be presenting the first BAFTA of the night for a vital part of movie making.
So that sent the entire thing, all of this, it flabbergasted all of us. I don't
This
even
is
know
worse
how.
than when Will Smith hit
Yeah,
Chris Rock.
right. So, there's been a lot of discussion online about, well, he has Tourette's or whatever, and it's like, okay,
So
well, right. And then people are like, okay, you got Tourette's. Just because you got Tourette's don't mean, why is nigga in your vocabulary? And that would be a great question. I don't know. The kicker though is that a couple of things. One, this was pre-recorded. Okay. This was pre-recorded, so it aired. Yeah. Yes. Go ahead, sis. You got something you want to say?
So it was pre-recorded
Yes.
and they still let it air?
Hold on. There's more. It was pre-recorded, right? And then someone else had won an award, and during their speech they said "Free Palestine."
I
and
did
they,
hear that.
and they edited that out, but they left the nigger in there. Now, I will say this: I am well aware that them across the pond are racist in a mug. This is not shocking to me, and I'm finding myself on like the cusp of this conversation because I don't want to be ableist, because there are Black people who suffer from Tourette's, and I think like on the spectrum of Tourette's, when you yell out words, I think it's called cochlea or something like that. Mm-hmm. So like that is also like a subdivision of Tourette's, but also like, I don't know. Like, I don't know.
I went to school with somebody that had Tourette's, like in middle school, and I think they left maybe like 9th or 10th grade.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember him having outbursts, nothing too crazy. Never did I hear him say anything crazy. He was just making noise. He would just make noise.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I actually used to like defend him because we'd be taking a test and he'd be like, "Oh my gosh, shut up." I'll be like, "Yo, like relax."
Mm-hmm.
I think you were talking about like not coming off as an ableist, and I don't think you are. But we have to stop making excuses for stuff. Like,
yeah.
Would that have happened if Jack O'Connell and Leonardo DiCaprio were on stage? Like,
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, this guy was like known, like he says he had some other outbursts. I think he said like when someone's being presented for like a children's award, they were like, he yelled out like "fuck you" or something like that. So I think he had like 3 outbursts that night. And so the BAFTA committee, they ain't they haven't actually. I don't think they apologized. Alan Cumming came on that show and was like, if you were sorry about that, he explained what Tourette's is, and then was like, if you got offended by that, we apologize. Like, what do you mean if I was offended by it? I am offended by it.
He did. The BAFTA did put out.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, BAFTA put out a statement, and so did David. What's his name?
John? Is it John?
Hold on. What's his name? John Davidson.
Okay.
They both put out. So hold on. Let me see if I can find the statement from. Here we go. A statement from BAFTA on Sunday's Film Awards. And this is directly on their website.
Okay.
I'm gonna skip over. Okay. After the BAFTA Film Awards last night, our guests heard very offensive language that carries incomparable trauma and pain for so many. We want to acknowledge the harm that has caused, address what happened, and apologize to all. One of our guests, John Davidson, MBE, has Tourette syndrome and has devoted his life to educating and campaigning for better understanding of this condition. Touretteism causes involuntary verbal tics. Woo, 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 woo. We take the duty of care to all our guests very seriously and start from a position of inclusion. We took measures to make sure those in attendance aware of the tics, announcing to the audience before the ceremony began and throughout that John was in the room and that they may hear some strong language, involuntary noises, or movement during the ceremony. Early in the ceremony, a loud tick in the form of a profoundly offensive term was heard by many people in the world. Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo were on stage, and we apologize unreservedly to them and to all those who were impacted. We would like to thank Michael and Delroy for their incredible dignity and professionalism.
Yeah.
ABC XYZ. We take full responsibility for putting our guests in a very difficult situation, and we apologize to all. We will learn from this and keep inclusion at the core of all we do in maintaining our belief in film and storytelling as a critical conduit for compassion and empathy.
There's more. NBC saw this and told the BBC, y'all need to edit this out. They saw when they were there, they reached, NBC executives reached out to BBC and said, what are y'all doing? Y'all need to edit this out. And so they didn't do it. So they can kiss me with that sorry ass apology. They can kiss my ass with that sorry ass apology, because that's what it is. You didn't think it was important enough. You didn't think it was important enough to edit it out, but you thought Free Palestine was way more of offensive than someone saying nigga on live TV. And that's crazy to me, dog. I can't rock with that.
I can only imagine how Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo are navigating this week as they prepare for an historic visit to the Oscars in the next couple weeks. I mean, they're absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
Their dignity and professionalism, spot on.
Yeah.
Because
apparently his mom was crying because her son was up there being called a nigga. Like Michael's mom was like upset. I can imagine, as she should be. Like his mom's probably like around our mom's age. You know what I'm saying? And you know what they went through to just live. And you hearing your son, who's like on this phenomenal press tour and run over one of the greatest movies of all time, and you still can't escape racism. You get called nigga on one of the world's biggest stage.
That's what crazy. It is to me. I'm like, I just don't understand racism. I really will never fully comprehend it. Like from all areas.
Yeah.
Black, Hispanic, Asian, Indigenous, even white. I will never understand it, because you're just mad that a certain type of person exists in this world, all created by God.
Yeah.
And after everything that we as a people have experienced, civil rights movements, segregate, just everything. Here we are in 2026, and we still have to experience stuff like that.
That's crazy to me.
And to your point, like, Sinners has been groundbreaking. I don't think that we will have another moment like this with Sinners for quite some time. The last time was Black Panther, also at the hands of Ryan Coogler.
Correct.
So for that to be hindered a little bit, because I mean, I know, and I even saw somebody was like, oh, this should definitely get Sinners Best Picture. No, fuck all that. We're not doing no pity party.
No.
If Sinners wins Best Picture, it's because it's deserving.
Right, because it is the Best Picture.
It is the Best Picture. Record-breaking nominations for this movie alone. Yeah. We're not just going to be like, oh, no, we just going to give it to them because, oh, poor. The fact that Delroy Lindo is a first-time Oscar nominee is telling enough.
Insane, by the way.
Don't piss me off.
I do want to tell you, though, they did clean up pretty well at the BAFTAs. Wendy Masako won Best Supporting Actress for Annie. Ryan Coogler won for Best Original Screenplay. And Ludwig Göransson won for Best Original Score. So yeah.
And I think they're all going to win at the Oscars.
And it says Sinners makes BAFTA history by becoming the most decorated movie by a black director at the Film Awards.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I love it.
That is beautiful. I just hate that had to happen to them. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
But what I like,
Mm-hmm.
because I've been seeing there's that one young lady that's on TikTok that has Tourette's and she has her own show on TLC and all that stuff like that. I've been seeing, she put out a statement. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
There was another young lady that was on TikTok, and I'm like, we can continue awareness, but we're not going to make excuses.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
You can't. Why is that a stem for you or a tick? What's going on?
Right, because again, if that was Leonardo DiCaprio and Paul Anderson on stage,
yeah,
I don't know. I don't like it, and if Michael B. Jordan needs a shoulder to cry on, I'm here for him. Like, I got him.
No.
Yeah, because you're new.
I don't care. You're married.
You're new.
So you're out of the running. I'm so sorry. Brandon can cry on your shoulder. That's it. Anyway, we're going to run through these next two topics. Because I don't want to hear nothing she got to say. Okay, I don't want to hear nothing she got to say. Okay, so this thread came down on Threads of this black woman who was invited, whose child, I think son or daughter, I can't remember, was invited to this birthday party. And when they pulled up to and I'm actually, let me share my screen so we can go through the thread together.
Okay.
Yes. Share.
My mother wants me to show her about Threads, and I'm like,
no.
Yeah, no. I'm like, I was like, Ma, you don't have to be on everything.
No. Is this big enough for you to see? Can you see this?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
My readers eventually.
Yes. She says, so this lady says, I'm still processing it all, but went to a birthday party today for a teammate of my son's. They don't go to the same school, so we really only know them from practice and games. The mom was persistent in her reminders about the party and expressing how excited we were coming. We pull up, park, and this is what we see as we approach the house. And if for those who are listening, it's a Trump Make America Great Again sign 2024. She goes on to say, I say to myself, oh, wow. And as I'm registering the sign, we're greeted by the mom. So glad you could make it. Food is here. Drinks are there. Says I'm welcome to stay. And it's also if I'm dropping him off and coming back later to pick him up. Fuck no. I let her know I don't do the dropping off thing. I think it's weird, but to each their own. I walked my son over to where the other kids were and then took a seat while most of the other parents stood and talked. My son later comes to me for a drink, so we head to the coolers. There's one for adult beverages and another with lots of stickers on it. Deemed the kids non-alcoholic cooler. The sticker on the very top of the cooler is this. And the sticker, yes, it I'm sorry, it's not funny. It's not funny. And for those who are listening, the sticker says, say her name, and then under it says Laken Riley. Now, if you don't remember, Laken Riley is the girl who was shot during January 6th insurrection and was killed for invading a government building.
No.
That's not her?
No. Laken Riley, I believe, is the young lady who was killed by an illegal immigrant. She was a nursing student. Hold on.
That's right. Yes.
Let me just make sure. I'm almost positive. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So it was who was killed by an illegal immigrant. Right. So the thread continues. It says, I go sit back down and now I'm vigorously texting one of my friends like, bitch, look at this shit. There's a game on. I'm somewhat watching and scrolling. Got up a few times to check on the kiddo, but returned to my seat. I noticed people are going in the garage. All the doors are open and there are more drinks and snacks inside. It's big, tall, has a boat, hunting equipment, but then my eyes lock on these Trump banners. And then one of them says, never, ever surrender, which is the left one where Trump got shot in the ear, allegedly, and he's raising his fist in the air.
Oh, my God.
And then the one on the right says, all aboard the Trump train. So then she says, I turn to the left, and there's a big-ass Confederate flag on one wall and an American flag to the right. fucking yikes. I think back to all the convos my mom and I had about the son. He'd freeze by the 3-point line and not pass the ball. When he did, despite him being wide open, he would not pass it to my son. Kept telling myself I was overthinking it, but this confirmed it's been what we thought it was. When we finally left, my son asked me if we could come back for a play date sometime. I told him that under no circumstances will we ever be returning to this house. I explained the flags, banners, and stickers. How people being really nice to you but having symbols of hatred blaring around the room is an indicator that they're not safe to be around.
Come on.
Lots of layers as to why today was an emotional day for me. Got multiple life updates and banners from friends and family throughout the day. Was crying about something else and thought back like, did these people invite us on purpose? Like if you had swastikas around your house, would you invite a Jewish family to your party?
Right.
Shit.
Right.
And then the last part of this says, I don't know, but interpreting this text before the party a lot differently now. I had asked what the son was into, so I had an idea of what to get him as a gift. I can't help but feel like the real present was getting to make us uncomfortable. There were 2 other black families there that know them a bit better, I'm guessing. The dad was holding their toddler for a while. But I can't imagine being friends with people that think this was okay. And so the screenshot she shared with it says, hi, you are so cute. His entire life is literally sports and Roblox, but please do not stress about a gift. Your presence is present enough, and we're so excited y'all can come. And so I was reading this. I'm like, dang, this is really messed up. But you know what I wasn't shocked to see? I mean, I was shocked to see was that so many people were like calling her like all kinds of names because she stayed so long.
Okay. I'm not going to call her names. Yeah. But the whole time you're reading, I was thinking the same thing. The Lake and Riley would have, that would have been my cue to go. But yeah, see, people should not be calling her names. She's a mom.
They were they're like, girl, you stupid. Like, I'm like, wait a minute.
No. I think she played that very, very well because he's a child. And if obviously he has to be a young child as for a play date. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not about to, first of all, I'm already surrounded by others. It's just me and my son.
Yeah.
I'm not going to cause a scene for him to feel uncomfortable.
Right.
You know, and kids are mean. They go to school and talk. No. Yeah. I think she did the right thing by keeping him there, but just being very aware of her surroundings. I don't, calling her names and stuff.
Yeah. I think her being there and then him also having visual representation, because
that's crazy.
If she had left right when she saw the Trump sign, then we have another conversation and explaining it. But like, I think having that evidence and having him physically see that evidence and understanding the banners and all the signs and what that means, that makes the conversation a little bit more real and like, oh dang, like this is some, like it makes it tangible, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Maybe not right, not really. Like it makes it stick in their mind more. Like you have visual, like now, like when you see these things. Because I can sit here and tell you, hey girl, the stove is hot. And you don't have a stove. You're like, okay, yeah, the stove is hot, whatever. Yeah. But if I turn the stove on and I put your hand over, you're like, oh, that's hot. I'm like, yeah, girl, the stove is hot. Jesus. Now you understand.
I don't know if it was intentional for them. Well, we wasn't there.
Right.
I don't know if it was intentional for them to feel uncomfortable, but I think that's tough because in my mind, y'all know I'm a very optimistic person. And in my mind, I'm like, if this is, if it was a married couple, that could be all the husband stuff. It could be that type of misogynistic relationship where, well, I'm just thinking of all these type of things. Doesn't make it right.
Right.
But I don't know if the intention was to make the family uncomfortable. And I also think that if there were other Black people there, they either choose to ignore it or they are like the Byron Donalds and Wesley Hunts of the world.
Right.
And that's fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine being in that type of situation. Like,
Yeah,
it's hard enough finding out that you have loved ones that, or close people that support him. And it's like, we talk about it all the time. There's a difference between being a conservative versus a MAGA. Like, prime example, I saw for the State of the Union, a couple of Republican lawmakers are sitting with the Democratic Party because it's like, dog, enough. This is not right.
Right.
So you have being a conservative, which is fine. I don't believe in abortion. I don't believe in this. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in gay rights. But I don't want to harm nobody. To your Laken Riley. And
That's
again, what happened to that young lady was absolutely horrible.
Right.
But to take a term, like say her name,
that was crazy, right?
You know what I'm saying? Which was created off the backs of victims of police brutality.
Like, and
like
Breonna Taylor and Sandra Bland.
And the list goes on.
Yeah.
And for you to spin it, well, you said that was a sticker?
It was a sticker on top of a cooler.
Oh, okay. I thought like they were passing them out. Like
no, it was a sticker that was on a cooler. Like
I'm about to say,
the cooler had like a bunch of stickers on it, and that
I would have been like, oh, you're weird. Because why are you giving that out at the child's birthday party?
Right. No, that would have been weird for sure.
Yeah, so now that I'm out.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's child.
Yeah, I listen. I don't have no kids, so I can't really. I don't know what I would do, child. I don't know, but I mean, the way some of them people was talking to her in that threads, I was like, oh, this is. Damn,
I'm gonna have to look at it. I didn't want to click on it because like I like when you put things in our notes, I like to get the actual reaction of you telling it.
Yeah.
But now I'm gonna go back because like
yeah,
I don't think calling her names is necessary.
Yeah. No, I don't think it is either. No. So yeah. Okay, last thing on the list here. I wanted to talk about this. I thought it was an interesting clip. I don't know who these men are, but they're talking about the NBA and how no one really knows who the new players are because they're basically like nobodies. So I wanted to get your reaction to this because I was like, oh, I think sis would really like,
I think
right.
I think points were made.
The reason why we don't care about the NBA is because we don't know any of these players. Yeah. To me, it all goes back to storytelling. The reason why the WNBA has continued to grow over the past 10 years is because college basketball, female basketball players cannot be one and done. They have to play for, I think it's 3 to 4 years. Keeping your top talent in that sort of incubation system, it allows for stories to be told. It allows for you to care about their journey. It allows for you to see them, win on the biggest stage or lose on the biggest stage. We're seeing these kids, these new NBA players, they're going from high school to the NBA in like 18 months, and we just don't know them enough. It all goes back to storytelling. The LeBron experiment is in his final 1 or 2 years. We understand that he's older now, but when we give the mic to somebody else, give the handle to somebody else, like Wemby don't want it. He just want to be great, but he don't want to be the face of the league. Like he don't want to be in America, it feels like. He's always like, oh yeah, America this, America that. Jokic wins the championship the next day, he's on a flight out of the country. We're at this weird time where it's like they haven't invested in storytelling, and that's what the NBA was built on. The reason why the NBA popped and became what it was to us is because they had Magic and Bird at a time when the NBA needed the most. The countrywide kid versus the inner city black kid. And that is what took the NBA from here to here. And then they handed it to Jordan. And then Jordan handed it to Kobe. And then Kobe handed it to LeBron. And LeBron is like, who is going to take this? Yeah. Who wants this? Because I can't hold it forever.
Higher valleys, I will be tuning in.
What do you think?
Those are my type of people.
Yeah, I mean, you watch, you, my mom, my brother, you niggas are really like ball is life, and I'm like, I love that for you guys. I'm not as abreast, but I was even myself who not even that in tune into the league. I'm like, damn, who would be the face of the NBA? I know I'm at a point in my life where I know more WNBA players than I know NBA players. And this is a new concept for me.
I think those men, I think they ate. It's interesting because Brandon and I was having a conversation. We was watching one of the commentators, maybe Kendrick Perkins or something. Oh, I know.
Mhm.
Kendrick Perkins had an interesting exchange with Jalen Brunson, and I believe this was during All-Star weekend because Jalen Brunson is an All-Star, blah, blah, blah. And obviously the Knicks are on a hot streak right now.
Mhm.
And he was saying something about, he was talking about the face of the NBA now, and he actually mentioned Wemby, and I was kind of like, I don't know about Wemby being the face of the NBA. I think I agree exactly with what they're saying. I think that he just, wants to play ball and is cool, but I don't think he wants that responsibility. And I also think that's another thing. These newer players are not, you know how I feel about like the R&B girlies, and it goes the same for some of these NBA players. Like,
Yeah.
they just see the talent and they're like, oh, immediately they need to be in the next, they need to be in the NBA. Like, no, we don't have anybody truly like oiling that machine for them to be the LeBrons, the Giannis's, the Kevin Durant's, all those people that, or even like, Jason Tatum and, some of the newer, older roster of the NBA. They just go. I mean, we even saw with the most recent draft, like one of the dudes got drafted by Utah and was like, I don't want to play for Utah.
Yeah.
Like, literally, you know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, like,
Right.
what are you talking
What are you
about?
talking about? Right.
So I agree with them wholeheartedly. Even with the slam dunk contest. I mean, I was looking all of them up. I've seen them play, but not.
You don't know them like off the.
I don't know. One of them is not even 21 yet. So it's like,
damn.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So
the comments on this video were interesting. Someone said also nepotism, like having.
That's true.
Yeah, and then someone also said like, where is it at? Like the like finding like niggas from street ball and shit like when you I think what makes for great storytelling is people who really did have to get it out the mud. And like that, I think that also goes to like, in contrast to the WNBA, every single one of them women players, they have to be excellent.
Right.
They have to be.
Right.
There's a smaller chance to get into the WNBA than it is into the NBA, right?
Right.
And so every single one of those women players, they gotta be peak physical condition, shape. They gotta do it all. And like, in terms of like, I think what makes for like great storytelling is people who got out the mud. But, and this is no shade to Bronny or whatever, but like, he could not be the face of the league because like your dad came from Akron fucking Ohio.
Right.
Like, yikes. You
came from Calabasas.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's what makes for great storytelling. That's what get people involved. And society as a whole, especially like younger society, they're kind of falling off of like the whole like nepotism celebrity. Like they're not interested in that. So why should I, as a Gen Zer, be invested in like that nigga he already had money.
Right.
That don't make me want to watch.
I almost compare Bronny to the 2024 election with Kamala Harris. It was like y'all expected him. He barely played 1 year because remember he had that health issue.
Yeah.
And then just because he is LeBron James' son, you thought that he was just gonna like come out here and just be the face of the Los Angeles Lakers. Kind of the same with Kamala Harris. Y'all didn't even think about who. You knew you wanted Joe Biden up out of here, but you didn't think about who could be. You didn't just think. This is not me saying Kamala wasn't a great candidate because she is. But like, did you really think about it? You just threw her out into the fire, and now here we are. So, yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. I do think it has to also do with not only storytelling but training. Because even like when he was talking about storytelling, I thought about Ja Morant. I think Ja Morant and Anthony Edwards probably is supposed to be one of the faces. Ja Morant ain't ready yet. He ain't ready yet. Like, because I don't think anybody truly trains him to have that type of responsibility. I think Anthony Edwards could, but also he kind of has a limitation on him with his whole custody situation with, that young lady and all that stuff like that. So then you had Giannis could, but to his point, he's not even American. But I don't know. I agree. I agree with them wholeheartedly. I agree with them wholeheartedly, but I'm going to continue to watch the NBA. And yeah.
I thought it was
It's an
I
interesting
thought
conversation.
It was right. For sure. I was like, oh, this is interesting. And like, again, as someone who doesn't even watch basketball enough a year, I was like, damn, they really ate with this because I don't know none of these niggas. All these biracial kids is on a screen. That's all I know. Is hella biracials in the NBA now.
Yeah.
Shout out to the biracials, no problem with that. But I'm like, my God, light skinned city up in this motherfucker.
It
anyway,
it is.
That's it. I don't have anything else. We don't need nothing else really. Let me check to see if they
didn't leave one. I looked earlier,
and that's that shit I'm talking about.
But let me see. Something could have came out.
Could it between earlier and now?
Yeah. Oh no.
And I'm gonna check the podcast page, YouTube. Yeah, I don't see nothing.
Dang.
So
I really be trying to help y'all, but
yeah.
It's just not working.
I mean, I knew y'all was going to disappoint me at some point, and yet here we are. 3 episodes in. Y'all couldn't wait to disappoint me.
Did we get any responses to our lip service question?
I posted. I'm glad you brought that up. I did post because no one answered, but I did post on here on Threads, on my personal Threads page, because I talked about video games, and now niggas have been trying to talk to me about video games like I don't know ball. Anyway. Yeah, like I was. So I did get 4 comments. Someone said Robert Smalls. Oh, so our Black History, our lip service question of the week was, what's your favorite Black historical moment? Someone said Robert Smalls, 1839 to 1915, was an enslaved man who daringly commandeered the Confederate transport ship CSS Planter in Charleston Harbor on May 13th, 1862. Right. Someone else put a picture of Martin Luther King and Malcolm X shaking hands and meeting. Someone else listed a whole thing, and they said a whole bunch of them. Breaking Asada out of jail. The first free breakfast program after those white cops pissed on free food meant for children. Malcolm X talking about chickens. The Free Huey campaign. The 1969 Harlem Cultural Festival. Prince offering to share his lollipop on that one interview. Do you remember? No? Okay. David Walker pamphlet publishing. Nas dropping Ether.
Yo.
The birth of Toni Morrison, Maya Angelou, and Nikki Giovanni. James Baldwin going to Paris. Frances McIndoe becoming a mosquito. And in the 90s. And then someone took my answer, which I'm so upset about. Which was,
what's your answer?
The Alabama Riverboat Brawl.
Listen, because it was just something in the water that day. Because I like it, incredible. For me, it's always going to be Barack Obama being elected president. If you were at an HBCU on that day,
man,
if you were on an HBCU campus on that day. And as a student, there's no better feeling than it was just no better feeling than that ever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a beautiful day.
Also, Spike Lee winning an Oscar for Black Klansman.
Wait, you were
froze for a
second.
second.
A little bit.
Yeah, I saw something.
Yes.
Spike Lee winning an Oscar for Black Klansman, and
yes.
it being presented by Samuel
Jackson. That was a good moment.
Another one was Queen Latifah giving 3 6 Mafia the Oscar.
For It's Hard Out Here for Pimp.
So black.
Very black moment.
And she even like dialed it back a little bit. You could tell, like, but she wanted to be like, "Oh, nigga," like you could tell. You could tell she wanted to say that so bad.
I'm crying.
So yeah, just remember, Juicy J has an Oscar, y'all.
He does.
Juicy J has an Oscar, y'all. Never forget.
He does.
So
He
yeah,
does.
those are some of mine. Those are some of mine.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Crazy.
Great moments indeed. Well, guys, that is it for this week's episode.
That's it.
That's it. We are on a bunch of things. We're on Threads at Head Wraps and Lipsticks. We're also on Instagram at Head Wraps and Lipsticks. Check out our Facebook page where we have just check out our Facebook page. Yeah.
Yeah.
Head Wraps and Lipsticks.
Go check it out.
Yeah, go check it out. Our website, www.headwrapsandlipsticks.com, where we have crew necks and t-shirts that are for sale but not on sale. We have a Cash App, $ Head Wrap Pod. You can send us money if you support us. You can send us money with a 5-star review in the thing.
That'd be great.
Cash App makes you, by the way, leave something up there now. You can't just send money. You got it's giving Venmo. I don't like that.
Yeah, I peeped that.
Yeah,
I peeped that the
like
other day.
So
Very
if you're gonna send us
raggedy.
money, you might as well go ahead and send us a 5-star review.
Yeah.
Right. And then we're on a whole bunch of streaming platforms: Spotify, SoundCloud, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. If you had left a 5-star review, we would have read it on the air. But you didn't do that. You didn't do it, did you? Nope. So now we gotta hear Sherelle tell a joke.
Yes, and I have a great one.
Oh God, here we go.
Why don't skeletons fight each other?
Because it can get down to the bone?
No,
I don't know.
they don't have any guts. Get it?
I got it.
Oh God, that's funny. That is funny. That was going. You get it? Because skeletons, they don't have no meat. They don't got no guts.
We'll see y'all next week.
Peace.
Bye. Tragic.
It was funny.